For Jeremy, one of those experiences happened when he went away for a week one summer to practice his favorite sport. Please welcome Jeremy Udell, who's going to tell us about his life lessons from basketball camp. Jeremy.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, I used to be a wimp.
Oh.
In some ways, I still am. But I used to be a sports wimp, a sports coward, really. The aggression and effort it took to succeed in sports did not come natural to me. I feared contact. Let's take, for example, soccer, the first sport I remember playing. In first grade, I remember standing on that field and I could hear my parents shouting, "Jeremy, get in there!" Well, the there they were talking about was this circle of kids all around the soccer ball, legs and cleats going everywhere. That was nowhere near where I wanted to be. That was crazy in there. Basketball was much more my speed. I was always kind of tall for my age. So if I got the basketball near the hoop when everyone was playing, I could shoot it up there and I could make the basket. And that seemed easy enough. There wasn't nearly as much kicking. That was a good thing. And any contact that happened, that meant that I got to shoot free throws. So, you know, it was generally, I didn't think of it as much of a contact sport, so I thought it was kind of fun. When I moved to Florida, I really hadn't improved that much in basketball. My dad said to me, "Jeremy, if you want to be great in basketball, you need to go to basketball camp." I said, "Dad, I think I'm pretty good in basketball already. I don't think I need basketball camp." He said, "Jeremy, all the great players go to basketball camp." "Okay, Dad, I'll go to basketball camp." It was a week-long camp. When I got there, I was in for a rude awakening. Well, there were kids that were my age and they were bigger than me. They were stronger and faster. They were better. And this was reflected in the fact that when we had a draft for basketball teams, I was one of the last bigger guys picked because it was obvious I just did not have the skills to be an important player on a basketball team. But my coach said to me, he said, "Jeremy, I don't want you to worry about scoring. I want you to be our rebounder." Well, to me, rebounding had always been, okay, when the ball comes down, if it comes to you, you grab it. I remember the first day of drills. They had drills at this basketball camp as well as team games. And the rebounding drill, we had this really intense coach who taught us how to rebound. And he'd throw the ball towards the hoop and he'd yell, "Rebound, rebound!" And when he said rebound, he didn't mean for you to wait for it to come bouncing to you. You had to jump up and get that ball. And he'd throw it up over and over again. We'd wait in line just to jump up and get it. And I was like, wow, this is really good. And if it goes to the other side, I need to go get it there. And if it comes over somewhere else, I need to run and go get it. I need to really jump and get that rebound. And my coach saw that I was improving and said, "Jeremy, make sure you learn all the things you need to learn about rebound." Well, the next day at rebounding drills, our rebounding coach added another wrinkle to it. He told us to box out. Boxing out meant that you kept the guy who was also trying to go for the basketball on the other team behind you. You keep him behind you, and that makes it easier for you to then go and get it yourself because he's behind you and he doesn't have as good a position. Even if he's bigger and stronger, now you're boxing him out and you can go get the rebound. And I was getting really good at that. And I was realizing that I was helping my team. My coach said to me, "You're helping us with the rebounds, but you're a good defender too, Jeremy. And the thing I'm not seeing you do enough is run back down the court. Whenever the other team's got the ball and they're running down the court, we don't want them to be able to score easily. So you need to run down the court too." And so I would run, and I'd make sure to get back down the court. That's just about effort. I can get back down the court, and I can help my team, so I would run down the court. The hardest thing my coach asked me to do, though, after I had already helped the team a lot, he told me I needed to start taking a charge. Now, for those of you who don't know, in basketball, most fouls are on the defense. When you're somebody shooting and you hit them or you bump into them, that's usually a defensive foul. But there can be a foul on the offense, and it often happens when the defender is standing perfectly still, and now the offensive player runs into them. If that happens, and they run into you, it's an offensive foul. It doesn't usually get called if it's just kind of glancing or whatever, but if they really plow into you, that's going to be a foul on the offense, and then your team gets the ball. This was hard for me to do. Remember, I'm the one who didn't want to get into all this kicking legs and whatever, so asking me to do this was like asking me to stand in front of a moving truck. Okay? And so I remember the first couple times waiting for that contact to come, and I must have been shuffling my legs because they were still calling the fouls on me as people would plow into me, and it was so disappointing because it was hard for me to just take that contact at all. But I remember one time, it was an important game for us. It was seeding for our playoffs, and I remember a kid came flying down the lane, and I don't mean running, I mean he came jumping straight at me, and I just closed my eyes and let him slam into me. And the ball, and I was on my back as he made his shot and came through the hoop, and he let out a big cheer. And I heard the whistle blow because the referee called a foul, and I looked over and he made this sign, which means charging. I felt resplendent. And my team was smacking me on the back. They were telling me how great I'd done. They were so proud of me. We'd gotten the ball back. His shot didn't count. I had really, really helped our team that day. And I was so proud of myself. Well, my team won the championship that year. And of course, my parents were proud of me for that. But what they didn't know, and actually I didn't know it either, is that there was going to be an awards ceremony for individual awards. Well, when they announced that they were going to give out a Charlie Hustle Award, my parents, who remembered seeing me play basketball and soccer, were like, well, we know our son's not going to win that. Their faces, their jaws hit the floor when they heard my name called out, and I won the Hustle Award for that basketball camp. One of my proudest moments of my life is because I had really, really adapted and really understood how to play this basketball game. But I didn't just learn about sports and basketball when I went to basketball camp. I learned that if you really want something in this life, you can't wait for it to come bouncing to you. You have to go and get it. I learned that doing the little things, the fundamental things, consistently well, boxing out and running back down court, little things you just do every day and remember to do them, just as important to success as doing the big splashy things like scoring. And I learned that if you're willing to stand up in the face of danger and do whatever it takes, regardless of the amount of pain you're going to take to do it, you'll earn the respect and esteem of everyone around you. Adam Toastmaster.